Hello and welcome. I have some news I like to share with you. First, I like to give you the development result of the crop involved in the experiment which I did start in March, April of this year. And second, introduce you to the new look and feel of my website, including promotions and simplified membership service. I started this process in March, April this year and invited individuals to join me on this journey. The following slides will show you the results I achieved with my multi-stage electroculture process. I'd like you all to join me, which is now also simplified, which I will explain after this presentation. I started with a crop which is not easy to grow, which I found out later, parsley. However, my first and second stage process did demonstrate some impressive results. On the right side you see the germination of seeds after the indicated germination time. On the left side, this process is very much accelerated. Seeds did reach the surface of the soil after 3 days and did grow very fast. 2 weeks later, the treated seeds on the left are much taller compared to the untreated seeds on the right side. In this slide you see the direct comparison on the crop height. The measurement did read 15 centimeters versus 3 to 4 centimeters of the untreated seeds. I did continue with a couple of other crops, among them basil, which I will show the results of in a minute. I replanted the basil into a larger pot after a short germination time to allow the plant to grow. Here you see them a couple of weeks later. I noticed a different type on the left side. The leaves taste like lemongrass and basil. It was in the same batch of seeds I bought. It turned out to be a Thai lemon basil. Here you see a front-up close-up picture of the flower. Here's a picture of the comparison of the height between these different types. On the right side you see the standard basil and on the left side the Thai lemon basil. So 6 weeks later and after much consumption of the leaves, all basil plant did produce flowers. The leaves are now a bit smaller and the flavor is very strong. Here's another picture with a slight top view. Coming now to the untreated tomatoes. I first did grow them from seeds in-house and noticed already they grow not equal. All have the same soil and space, but some develop better than others. Here a close-up of the tomatoes. I decided to plant them in my garden the day after I took this picture. I used a specific patch in my garden which however does not have continuous direct sunlight. 2 days later, most of the tomatoes did not like to be planted outside. It was already warm, however leaves became dry, so I decided to use one of my concepts for influencing the growth, adding geometric objects. In this slide you see how I arranged them. You also see that some of the plants are much healthier and taller. However, that is not all I did, which you can learn in my workshop when you join. 2 months later, after many consumed tomatoes, the plants did develop very strong and grow so fast that the branches needed to be lifted. I did that with a wire frame system on top. Some of the plants are now over 2 meters tall. Here's a side view of the tomatoes with arrangement on that side. And here a front view of the tomatoes. Interesting is that the tomatoes would grow in stages so that you harvest every other day a handful of them, allowing to enjoy over a longer period of time the harvest. Coming to the next news story. My website has received a major overhaul, but before I give you an overview, I'd like to touch on the previous subject and I'd like to give you all the opportunity to join me in my electroculture project. This is how my new website looks like. There are actually 4 domains you can choose from. They're all cloned. I will give you the update in a second. So on this website, you go to the top menu called here Webinar. You click on it. A new page opens which gives you the link to the sessions I already performed this year in orange. There's the ones you can select when you're part of the team. To simplify things, I offer you to join me on this project with regular meetings and updates among each other. Each link was one session. So orange one here. Below the green written information, there you can purchase all 3 videos and presentation for a reduced price of €100. You will become a webinar member for life, and I will contact you after you join to set up a meeting and go through the various processes. So you click here, you pay for it, and you will return to this page where you can access and view all the various videos. I will contact you, set up a meeting for each individual part of it, and we see where you are, and we will prepare for the next season, and we select crops we're going to work on, and I make sure that you're all technically at that level that you can perform from day one in the next year. So the new website design. The website is now responsive and adapted based on the device you use to view the content. Example would be tablet or mobile phones, smartphones. They work natively now with this website's design. The second thing which changed is that we have only 2 memberships left. So we have first the basic member. All the previous permissions roll up from guest member to silver member into the basic member. And then we have the full member, which was the previous gold member. Guest members can become a basic member for a 50% reduction of the subscription fee. There's a button underneath to do that. So you need to be guest member actually to have the advantage to receive the 50% reduction. And there's a timer here, or there's an information here that on the 1st of November 2020, this offer will expire. Guest members have already been notified about these changes and about the promotion. Going now over to the movies, what has changed here? So each subject now has the associated YouTube video as part of the beginning of the section. So when I make an announcement or when I show some details of the videos I produced for members, you see them here all associated to the video. So there is no look and find what you want to watch, or where you can find actually the information here for members. You watch the videos. You don't need to do it on YouTube. You can do it here. You see them all here. And then you see what the related member videos are. So these videos can individually be purchased by non-members. And there's a click to pay button. Non-member pay £1.99. And there is a reduced price for basic members where they have an extra page to purchase. I will show that quickly. So on the bottom, so we see the 2 price categories for the different subscriptions. And here is a pay-per-view. So let's say every guest or non-member has the ability to watch any movie. There is no restriction anymore. You can do that for £1.99 per video. You go on the video, as I did show you, click on it, and you come back to the page and you can view it. If you are a basic member, then you get a discount. So you come down to a page here where all the individual videos are listed, and you pay only half price. That means 99p. Click on the individuals, pay for it, and you can view it. So this is for basic members only, right? So if you want to contact me, you can use the new contact form, which is here. And because we had previously, or say in the past, with the old system, there were a couple of issues where CAPTCHA didn't work or the system did not send an email. Now you have on each domain, you have the individual email address directly. If this is not working, send me an email, but don't forget, you need to put your name and your username you select and the subject, you have to put that in. Otherwise, I will not reply to any email. So here on the Blackboard, you see now the links of all the domains existing for redundancy purpose. They're all cloned and all members are existing on each of this domain. So you can log in on each of them and you have the same functionality. So that's all for today. and I hope you join me on my website as a new member for either as Electroculture or as a basic and full member. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much and goodbye.